The global geopolitical standoff, Russia and China, challenge U.S. dominance in Venezuela. The international political landscape has reached a fever pitch as Russia and China solidify a defiant front against the United States' maximum pressure campaign on Venezuela. This confrontation, centered on the administration of President Donald Trump, has evolved from a diplomatic dispute into a high-stakes maritime and economic standoff that threatens the foundational principles of international sovereignty. Both Moscow and Beijing have issued exhaustive statements condemning what they describe as a Monroe Doctrine-style intervention aimed at toppling a sovereign government through economic strangulation and naval intimidation. Russia's strategic defiance, the end of unipolar bullying. The Kremlin has been particularly vocal, with the Russian Foreign Ministry characterizing the U.S. naval presence off the coast of Venezuela as an illegal blockade. Russian officials argue that the United States is weaponizing the global financial system and international waters to conduct economic terrorism. Russia's deputy foreign minister warned that any attempt by the U.S. Navy to board Venezuelan contracted vessels would be viewed as a violation of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. For Moscow, this is not just about Venezuela. It is about preventing a precedent where the U.S. can unilaterally decide which countries are allowed to trade in the global market. Russia has continued to provide technical military assistance and humanitarian aid to Caracas, effectively signaling that it will act as a security guarantor against any potential foreign military intervention. China's economic shield, protecting trade sovereignty. China's response has focused on the illegality of long-arm jurisdiction. As Venezuela's largest creditor, Beijing views the U.S. sanctions as a direct attack on its own national interests and investments. The Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated that no country has the right to interfere in the internal affairs of another under the guise of democracy or human rights. Beijing has criticized the U.S. for using its military might to disrupt the global supply chain, specifically the energy sector. Chinese diplomats have pointed out the hypocrisy of a rules-based order where one nation can seize the assets of another without a mandate from the UN Security Council. China has vowed to continue its win-win cooperation with the Maduro administration, providing a vital economic lifeline that bypasses U.S.-controlled financial channels. The mechanism of pressure, sanctions, and blockades. The Trump administration's strategy involves a multi-layered approach that Russia and China are now actively dismantling. Financial decoupling. The U.S. has effectively cut off Venezuela from the SWIFT banking system, making it nearly impossible for the country to pay for essential imports like medicine and food.